When I walked out of Obsession last night, some guy turned to me and said, I was going to watch this movie high, but I'm so glad that I didn't. And like, I don't know exactly what that means, but like, that's pretty accurate. This is a movie that if I watched it in an altered state of mind, I either wouldn't be able to fully enjoy it or I'd be freaking out the entire time. And that mainly comes from the editing and the sound design, which leads me right into my review, starting off with the good, the editing and the sound design. Like, that's the first thing that comes to mind when I think about why this movie is so effective. The movie is essentially about a boy who has a crush on this girl, and he uses this mysterious kind of apparatus to make a wish that she loved him more than anyone in the world, and the wish comes true, and it becomes a very much a be careful what you wish for type of story with a blend of horror. Actually, not blend, it just goes full horror at a certain point, and it's a really enthralling watch. And what's great about the way it achieves its scares is it does it the old-fashioned way. There are very few jump scares. There are very few things that are visually scary and kind of pop out at you and grab you. But it's more so in the way that certain frames are composed. Like I said, the editing and the sound design being so immersive and at times so distorted, especially with the score, which is also great and also works very well to achieve that tension. And that tension is there in almost every scene. Even in scenes that are supposed to be more comedic, the tension is still there. It's just so palpable throughout the entire film. And of course, the magnum opus of this film, the absolute precipice of what makes this film great, is Enda Navarrete. She is absolutely amazing. She's one of my favorite performances of the year from any actress. I mean, she's just chilling, and she's also able to switch on a dime from just being the most absolutely insane human being you've ever witnessed on screen to like a little bit understandable, a little bit relatable in a weird way. And you can see and feel the real her kind of struggling to get out and fighting with this new her, this new version of her that's basically, for all intents and purposes, possessed. To me, the scariest scene in the film, and this isn't a spoiler, is a scene where she just smiles at the screen for like a good 10 to 15 seconds. And it's just bone chilling. And the way she's able to turn on a dime with her character and go from the most extreme of emotions and just bounce around in a way that, I mean, her character is written to be unpredictable, but it makes her even more unpredictable because you can't look at her face and tell what she's going to do next or what she's going to say next or how she's going to end up feeling by the end of the scene. Michael Johnston is also really good as Bear, her boyfriend. His performance is much more nuanced and a little bit more subdued for most of the film, but it's a very effective counter to her character. And he gets his own portions where he gets to show very big, very heavy emotions and shine in those moments. As far as the not so good, I really don't have much. I think that there are a couple of moments where it kind of runs into more predictable horror tropes or horror movie beats where I will have literally said to my friends, hey, this is definitely going to happen in the next scene. And then it happens. That happened a couple times, but, you know, it didn't take away from my enjoyment because also the movie still felt pretty stylistically fresh. And there are also just a couple of small plot inconsistencies. But once again, it wasn't anything that really barred me from enjoying the film from the way that I did. Bro, Cooper Tomlinson's character, Ian, was like one of the most insufferable characters of the year. I hate his character, bro. And I can't get into why I hate his character, like without spoiling the film. But bro, it's to the point where if I saw the actor, if I saw Cooper Tomlinson himself on the street, it'd be on site just because I hate his character so much. That's how you know he played it well. But oh my God, just hated him, bro. I'm still mad thinking about like if he was my friend, like just, oh my God, bro. But anyways, it was a very effective film. Like the title says, a very hard watch, but in the best way possible. One of the better, I would argue even one of the best Blumhouse horror films. And it's so far one of my favorite films of the year. So I'd give this film an 8 out of 10. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you thought of Obsession and what are some other horror films that you're looking forward to this year. As always, like and subscribe for more film content, and I'll see you guys later.